Hey folks, this is Shane from Performance EV. I'm putting this video out to try and get a little bit of input. My last video was of the Fully Charged Live event. I kind of went pretty minimal with the soundtrack on that, just put a bit of music behind the pictures, and some people felt maybe I was trying to be a bit too arty or not giving enough information. So I've kind of re-edited the video. The visual content is exactly the same. What I've done is I've changed the soundtrack to remove the music, keep the ambience of the event itself, and throw in an overdubbing of some additional information about some of the individual cars that I know a little something about. I'd appreciate your input via the comments if which one you think is better, though as I said there's no new visual content here, so if you enjoyed the last video you might not want to watch this one, but if you want a bit more info about the cars and who built them, I've tried to put that in there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hey folks, this is Shane from Performance EV. Slightly different video today. We're off to Fully Charged Live. Fully Charged Live is an electric vehicle and sustainable technology event in the UK. It's held at Silverstone. So I'm driving up there today, going to attend the Friday, have a look around, see what companies are doing, maybe see some cool other EV conversions, and yeah, just generally immersing myself in electric vehicle life for the day. So why don't you join me? So the EV experience started from pretty much the time we got there, when the Fully Charged Live guys put on a convoy of electric cars just going back and forth between the car park and the actual venue for the show. There were a range of different cars. The majority of them were Teslas, because the Tesla Owners Club had actually volunteered, or a lot of the drivers had volunteered to do this drive for the day, to just help ferry people about and promote the awesomeness of EVs. We had a very nice chap called Michael driving us, which was some good chats about the state of EVs and where things were. Silverstone itself was at this point starting to gear up for the British Grand Prix, which is on next month, so that was quite cool to see as well. So let's go see what the show's about. There were a lot of companies in the electronic and renewable space on display, just showing how far things have come. Really looking into the areas of the different cars available, but also the different charging options and ways to make EVs more sustainable and better able to roll out across the mass market.
There was one rapid charger in the UK at Mitsubishi's headquarters. It never worked, it was only in Japanese, it went wrong, no one knew how to fix it. And that is very, very different. As you'll see here today, basically none of these companies existed. They've all developed and emerged in that time, and it is absolutely remarkable that the speed of that growth. None of the cars that are here were there.
Well, the company now is 10 years old, and for 9 years.
Down in the paddock then we had the actual manufacturers of EVs where you could go and take a look and sit in a few cars. Jaguar were displaying their Formula E race car, one of their Formula E race cars, which is pretty cool to see in the flesh. A lot bigger than I realised. Charge Live. We're here at Silverstone, just having a wander around, seeing what is on. And then of course we had BMW. I had to go straight for the i8. It's an awesome car. The guy there very kindly said I could hop in, and after I clambered over the very wide sill, it was actually quite a nice space to be in, and if I had the disposable income, this would definitely be on my list of cars to look into. And of course the i3 was gaining a lot of attention as well. I guess far more affordable than the Tesla Model 3 was also on display. A lot of people taking a look at it. I think Tesla was a roaring trade that day. And they also had a Model X on show. Didn't seem to have quite as many people around it. Nissan had gone for a different approach and had a chopped in half leaf showing the internals of how it operates. This is pretty cool for me given what my current project is, putting the leaf into the Porsche. So I had a good look around this just to see how they put it all together. So here's the motor that will be familiar to some people. I'm currently sitting on the bench in the workshop. It's assembled. This is what it looks like when it's in a real car. So this is the Indra Mazda RX-8 that those of you from the DIY Electric Forum, Car Forum will be aware of. They also brought their Nissan Leaf powered MG to the show. This uses the standard Nissan Leaf drive unit with one of their own battery packs in the central tunnel. And then in this model, Nissan Leaf. So they've got all the Nismo components put on this, the wheels, the suspension, the body kit. I think it's looking pretty good, and they were using it for their vehicle to grid demonstration. Then their Panzer. Anyone who watches Dane McGuire's YouTube channel will recognize this car. And a Tesla powered Fiat 500. New Electric from the Netherlands were on display here with their Jaguar XJS. This has two stacked Siemens AC motors on the front, putting out about 200 kilowatts. Zero EV also had a good display out of their components that you can get through them. They do a range of kits to make it as easy as possible to convert electric vehicles. And they had their R32 Skyline drift car here as well, which was pretty cool to see. It's a monster with a large Tesla large drive unit in the back, producing about 500 horsepower. Electric classic cars had a big display here. So they had a camper they've done with their 50 kilowatt or around 71 horsepower 3-phase AC induction motor and a bunch of Tesla battery packs. It's quite a neat conversion with the motor hidden well out of the way. And all the original space seems to have been maintained. And then this mid-60s Volkswagen Beetle, I think it had the same drive unit in it as the camper, just a little bit more on display, which was quite cool to see. They also had their Photon electric motorcycle, which has just been unveiled. And then we get the more performance side of their operation. So this is apparently their work truck, but it's been built around a Tesla large drive unit. So it puts out a little bit more power than the standard Volkswagen crew cab. In fact, a lot more power. They went even crazier with this 1303. Again, Tesla large drive unit in the back, which even without any high level of tuning would be a phenomenal power increase for this type of car. But they've gone and taken it up to 600 horsepower. Then they recently completed Ferrari 308, a car that was done for a customer. Again, the Tesla large drive unit making an appearance here to significantly increase the power that this car would have had from factory. One of the big improvements they've managed to make by careful placement of things like battery pack and other components is that they've brought the weight distribution down to 50-50 front to rear, which really should improve the handling. Then we've got Sarolea, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, from Belgium, with their electric motorbikes. And the Utopia EV DeLorean conversion, which was drawing a lot of interest. I believe this one also ran the Tesla large drive, which definitely seems to be the motor of choice at the moment for conversions. Virgin Racing also had their Formula E car on display.
displays going. Zero motorcycles have a pretty large range these days. I think they have all their bikes on show. As did Blue.
I just finished up at Fully Charged Live. Slightly wet and nasty here today, but it was an amazing event. I got to see some really cool modern electric cars. I got to sit in a BMW i8, got to see a couple of Formula E cars, but of more relevance to me and what I found far more interesting was I got to see some really cool conversions and talk to some awesome people who are involved in either doing those conversions themselves or working on the back end kind of components or actually doing the cars for customers. It's a really awesome community in that, and yeah, I want to thank everyone who took the time to talk to me today. If you are in the UK, if you're nearby and into electric cars, I highly recommend coming. I don't know if tickets are still available, but if they are, it's worth checking out, or look out for it next year. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked seeing what I got to see, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you've liked this, please like, share and subscribe. Click the notify icon. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming with our next video. Thanks, bye.